Hi everybody, it is Julie. Welcome back to Pages and Pens. I am currently surrounded by books that I plan on unhauling. Let's jump right into it. Alright guys, so I'm not going to do any kind of like a crazy disclaimer. I'm not keeping these books. No, I'm not sending them to you. I'm going to sell them back to Half Price Books and donate them to my library if Half Price Books doesn't want them. So let's jump into it. First up is Rosebud by A.G. Howard. I'm not doing this to myself. I got to page 15. This is one of the books that is signed. It's got a signed book plate. I can't do this to myself. I don't like it at all. The 12 Days of Dash and Lily, which is the second of the Dash and Lily series by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan. I read the first one from the library and then I got this one on Book Outlet around Christmas time. I don't love it. It's not a horrible series, but the kids are just not relatable to me. I didn't enjoy it. I also am going to get rid of Dream a Little Dream by Kirsten Geiger, which is a silver trilogy. I just can't care. It's a trilogy. I only have the first one and I was going to just read this and see what I thought about it, but the more I look at it, it's about mysterious doors with lizard head knobs and talking statues and crazy girls with a hatchet. It sounds very Alice in Wonderland-y and I don't like that. I just don't think I'm ever going to read it, so I don't want to keep it. I am also getting rid of The Sandcastle Empire by Kayla Olson, which is also signed. It's another Owl Crate book. I haven't even tried to read this. I looked at the back of it. I'm not interested. I'm not even going to try to read it. I don't want it. I'm just going to get rid of it. I know I'm not going to read it. I'm getting rid of A Dance with Dragons and A Feast of Crows by George R.R. Martin. I do have all of these in giant hardback. I will be getting rid of all of them when I get my books back from storage because just no. I'm never going to reread these. I'm going to continue with the show, but I don't care about the books anymore. Like, I hate read the two of these. Like, I don't want to read them anymore. So I'm done with the series. The Leap, which is by Rick Smith. This is like a self-help, you know, knowing when to jump and when to take a chance. And I got to page 62. I don't care. I'm not keeping it. I'm also going to get rid of the Success Principles, How to Get from Where You Are to Where You Want to Be by Jack Canfield, because I read it and I don't need it. I read it actually in audiobook and then I got the physical copy because I thought I wanted to like take notes in it and stuff, but I just don't need it. I'm getting rid of this. This is The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. Natasha from My Reading is Odd tried to read this. This is one of her TBR jar picks. She couldn't. She DNF'd it. This was a Book Outlet order for me, and it's about the New Zealand gold rush, and there's like magical realism in it, but it's a historical fiction, and I don't want to read historical fictions. I need to realize that about myself and just get rid of it. I'm getting rid of Casey West's P.S. I Like You, which, yet again, is another signed Owl Crate book. I read it. It was fine. I'm never going to reread it, and I just don't need to keep it. Morgan Matson's The Unexpected Everything, because I hated it. I really didn't like this book. I don't understand it. The characters were deeply unlikable. The plot was like meh, and I didn't enjoy this book. So I'm not keeping it. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. Again, I've read it. I don't need to keep it. I'm getting rid of Speak by Laurie Halls Anderson. This one I got in a Book Outlet order, and I tried to read it, and then I DNF'd it, and I just don't need to keep it. I didn't like the way that it was written. I didn't like the writing style. I didn't like it. So I'm not keeping it. And I know it's probably got this like great message. I know it's like a classic. A ton of people love it. I didn't like it, and I'm not going to force myself to read it. The Cahill Witch trilogy. That is Born Wicked, Star Cursed, and Sister's Fate. Books 1, 2, and 3. I read book 1 and I didn't like it. I think I gave it like a 3-star, but honestly, I don't want to invest time into the rest of this series when I didn't like the first book and just hope it gets better. It is a historical fantasy, so it's like witches, but like set back in time, and I don't know why, but I thought that this was like a contemporary kind of a feel, and it's not. It's very like olden times, and I don't like that. It's not my thing, and I don't want to read it. I'm also going to get rid of Meg Cabot's Size 12 and Ready to Rock, and I just hauled this, but I realized it's like not the first of the series, and I should have done better research, and it was a Book Outlet, you know, inexpensive book, but it still was money that I paid. I don't feel like hunting down the rest of them, and I don't feel like getting them from the library and then only having this one on my shelf. So I feel like even if I did read this eventually, I would still unhaul it because I'm not going to go buy the rest of this series. So really, I can read them from the library or on ebook or audiobook if I really want to, but I don't need to have this if it's not even the first one, and I don't think I'm going to spend money to buy the rest of them. I'm also getting rid of this entire quad. Beach Lane, Skinny Dipping, Sun-Kissed, and Crazy Hot, books 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the Au Pair series, which is now the Beach Lane series. This is by Melissa De La Cruz. This one was about these girls that came together to be au pairs in the Hamptons, and they don't know each other beforehand, and then they meet and they get to know each other. I read book 1 and 2. They were just pretentious and horrible and not likable and not relatable, and as somebody who was a nanny, like, I don't care. I don't care. So I'm not going to finish these. These are not going to be unhauled. These are going to go up to my mountain house and just hang out as like poolside reads, because I think my sisters might enjoy these or friends might enjoy these out by the pool. I'm going to take them up there and let people read these like poolside. A couple of these might actually do that. Like I might take P.S. I Like You or something like fluffy up there, but otherwise they going. I'm also getting rid of Stieg Larsson's The Girl That Kicked the Hornet's Nest. I do have this whole series. This is the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series, but they're all in these like mass market giant paperbacks. I read them all. I enjoyed them all. I really did like the series. I do have the rest of them, again, in storage, but I don't need to keep this one because I don't think I'm going to reread it, and if I do, I don't want to do it in that format. I'm also biting the bullet and getting rid of Divergent, Insurgent, Allegiant. I was keeping this for a really long time because I did enjoy it. I liked it. Obviously, I didn't like Allegiant. I don't think anybody really liked Allegiant, but I'm not going to ever reread this, and it's taking up a lot of room, and I'm sure I can get, you know, money for this if I take this back to a half-price books. So this is going to go because I don't see myself rereading it, so I don't need to keep it here. Face Value, which is by Kathleen Baird Murray, and I don't really know anything about this. I read it. I definitely read it, and then I moved with it, and I just don't feel like I'm going to ever reread it, and I don't need it on my shelf, so it's going to go. Foxhole Court, all for the game series. Foxhole Court, The Raven King, All the King's Men. You guys know how I feel about these. It is one of the videos that I still get the most comments on, my review of this book, because people just assume that, like, I didn't get it, and I missed the point, and I only read on surface level, and they defend the shit out of the series. Like, defend the shit out of it. I have not seen enough people mentioning how deeply problematic and troubled this series is. It's pitched as this male-male romance, as a new adult male-male romance college, like, you know, it's a queer book, and I've heard a lot of people in the comments say that this was representative of them surviving trauma, surviving abuse, and that they saw themselves in these characters, and to that, I'm so glad that you could see yourself in a book. I know how important that is. I'm so sorry you saw yourself in these characters, though, because it's dark. Like, and I don't have a problem with dark. You guys know that I don't really shy away from problematic content or from dark or taboo things. I don't mind reading that, but I just thought that this was like, it was tragedy porn. Like, it was written for no other reason than to be tragic, and I just didn't think that it was well done. So I don't like it. I'm not keeping it. It's an indie published thing. I don't really know if anybody's going to want to take it back, but I'm getting rid of it. I'm getting rid of Amy Fetzer's Come As You Are. It's a new adult sexy time. I read it at some point. I don't need to reread it. I'm getting rid of The Witch's Daughter by Paula Braxton. It seems like it could be interesting, aside from the fact that it's set in 1629. I don't want to read historical books. I just don't. It's not my thing, and this has been sitting on my shelf for so long, so I was like, it's witchy, I'm super into witchy stuff. A riveting tale of sorcery and time travel, and I don't want to read that, so I'm not going to keep it. Winter Song by S.J. Jones. This one hurts because this one is one that I pre-ordered full price because it was a Labyrinth retelling, and I hated it so much. So I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to get rid of it because I don't want to see it again. I'm not going to read this sequel. I don't care. I don't want to read. I am getting rid of Twitter sensation brooding YA hero becoming a main character almost as awesome as me by Carrie Doricio. I tried to read this. I DNF'd it last year. It is like a tongue-in-cheek satirical look at YA novels, and I didn't like it. I DNF'd it. This one was provided to me by the publishers, and I don't care. I'm getting rid of Just Like Family, The Lives of Nannies and the Parents They Work For, the Children They Love. I'm pretty sure this was gifted to me because I'm a nanny and I don't nanny anymore, and I don't want to read it. Under the Never Sky by Veronica Rossi. I read this whole series in audiobook and I really, really enjoyed it, but this is the only one that I physically own. I was keeping it in case I wanted to use it for a traveling book, but I just don't think that it needs to stay, so it's gonna go. Also, I'm getting rid of Charlie Higson's The Enemy. I got rid of the rest of the books that I owned in this series. I had like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 12 or something. I don't think I'm gonna continue with the series, and I don't think I need to keep this one. Again, I was keeping the first book of the series in case I wanted to use it for a traveling book, but I don't think that's ever going to happen, so I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm getting rid of Casey West's Fill-In Boyfriend, which we read for a Job in the Librarian's book club, and I didn't annotate it, so I can't really use it for a traveling book because I like to send out them annotated now, and it was just okay. I really didn't, it wasn't anything memorable. I've read it, I'm not going to reread it, so it's going to go. I'm getting rid of Wild Beauty by Anna Marie McLemore, which hurts my heart because this is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous exclusive cover. It is signed. I got this far into it, so take out my bookmark. 181 pages. I got more than halfway through, and I did not like it, so I DNF'd it, and I don't want to keep it. Also getting rid of Diana Gabaldon's Outlander. I will likely take out my tabs and then just see if anybody wants to take this, because it has been annotated for what I did read, and I don't know if they'll take it back annotated. If not, I might just see if one of my sisters wants to read it, or give it to my mom, or leave it up the mountains. With the other fluffy books, because this might be something that my mom would like. I actually think my mom would really like it, but I just don't want to read it. So those are all the books that I am unhauling this particular unhaul. It was 39 books altogether. I did count them before I started filming, so 39 books are leaving, which is great because I've brought in more than 39 books so far this year. So this is my first unhaul of 2018. There will be more to come, guys, because I just can't keep all of these. I encourage you to look through your shelves and unhaul. I know that some people like to collect and have these giant shelves, and that's awesome and amazing. And if I had the room, I'd probably do it too, but I don't. I like knowing that what is on my shelves is stuff that I either really, really loved or I'm very, very excited to get to. And if not, they gotta go. So that's been my unhaul. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Check below for all my social media links, my Goodreads, my Twitter, my Instagram, my book, my Quills and Keys editing company. Everything is listed down below as always. That's everything for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.